the 2K Sports pregame show, sponsored by Kia.
With Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Aristotle, Dr. Shaquille O'Neal. This is Ernie Johnson welcoming you to the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, it'll be the Philadelphia 76ers going up against the Cleveland Cavaliers out at Quicken Loans Arena. Checking out Cleveland. This is a game that may be determined early, and they have made it clear that their focus is to limit mistakes and deliver the defensive and offensive performance they're capable of. And we'll get to see the #1 overall pick from the draft tonight in Ben Simmons. The guy is such a talent. I can't remember exactly where he went to school.
All I know is #1 picks that come out of LSU have a great shot of becoming legendary. I should know. Ben has all the talent in the world, but it will still take some time for him to develop.
4,382.
I
you know what that
you're
is?
Talking
Times
about.
that you've talked about yourself.
I'm just giving factual facts right now.
But he did put up insane numbers. This guy
put up
the
same numbers?
Insane.
Okay, I thought
numbers.
you said the same numbers. He's not that good.
What, he didn't have SLN?
No.
No Shaq-like numbers?
And the thing is, you just reeled him into another mention of himself.
Oh, right, that's 4,380.
Yeah. Chris Jackson-like numbers.
Okay, well, probably the best player possibly in the country of Australia.
Yeah. Can you give me some of your Aussie lingo?
It's getting better, Mike.
It's getting better. It sounds a little English to me.
Yeah,
no, the English is it's getting better. That's English. Australia, it's getting better, Mike.
Okay.
Yeah, I got every accent you want.
Both have mate in it.
You got anything? You got anything
Australian? Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi. Yeah, that's true. See you later.
It's getting better, Kevin. Going down to you now, Mike.
It's the Eastern Conference on display featuring the Philadelphia 76ers. The fans are making noise at Quicken Loans Arena here in Cleveland for their Cavaliers. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline.
Here you go.
So Cleveland will get the first possession. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Simmons and Okafor together down low. Henderson out there with Jared Bayless, and it's Covington in at the 3 slot.
Well, that was quick. You got to leave some guys back on the tip-off. Otherwise, it can turn right into a fast break, as we just saw.
There's the dish to Okafor. That shot, no good. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
And for much of his freshman season at Duke, Jahlil Okafor was considered a possible #1 overall pick for the 2015 draft. And in his rookie season, he averaged over 17 points per game. His interior offensive game was NBA ready from day one.
No good on the free throw. And for Okafor, we know he can score on the block. What areas, guys, you see where he can still improve?
Well, I think defense and rebounding are probably the two biggest areas. He's not extremely mobile or explosive, but with his size and strength, he's got to be a bigger presence on the glass, in my opinion.
Now here's Simmons. Pass to Okafor. He dishes it to Covington. Cans it from downtown. Covington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
How about the alertness of Covington? I mean, sensing the separation from the defense and then cashing in on that space that was created.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
Here's Simmons following the basket by LeBron James. And then Simmons slams it in.
And he had more than enough room there for one of those trademark slams that he's become noted for.
And Greg, don't you think once he got that space, you just knew it was going to happen?
So did the defense.
Yeah, that's right.
And I tell you what, he does not squander those chances. I mean, he's always going to punch it home with that kind of chance.
And the highlight reel replay brought to you by Kia. Good stuff on that Kia Slam Cam.
Well, I think this is the start they wanted. Come out and put some points up early. 3 of 4 so far.
James dishes to Smith. Ball's knocked loose. And oh, here we go with Henderson. Kicks it to Okafor. He feeds it to Simmons. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And sometimes you have no chance at stopping Simmons from the interior. Just a very skilled player who gets these calls routinely.
And Ben Simmons, the latest star to come over from Australia. Many feel that he could be the player that vaults Australia into a powerhouse on the international level. A lot of hopes being placed on the shoulders of Simmons.
Yeah, fellow Australian Andrew Bogut said that Simmons will most likely be the best Australian player ever in just a short time. I mean, his game translates well in international ball, has the frame and playmaking ability to just carry a team.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. They set the pick. Bayless the pass to Okafor. The putback, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Bayless has got his first bucket in this one.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed.
And then the nifty touch to tip it in as well.
And there's the feed to Henderson. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Irving, good.
It looks like he took that last 3 a little personal.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, Greg. You saw it in his eyes. I mean, heck, that was a payback shot right there. I don't think there's any doubt.
Now here's Bayless. He's got 5. They set the screen. And it's Okafor again missing.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
Covington, that's good, and so Bayless with the assist. Covington's got 5 now.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
And the Cavaliers with some changes. Channing Frye's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Jefferson comes in for James. And Shumpert in there for Smith. And Philadelphia will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Jeremy Grant comes in for Robert Covington. Luwawu is checked in for Gerald Henderson. And Rodriguez is subbed in for Jared Bayless. And another 3 for Cleveland.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give him from behind the arc.
Now we'll go to our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Brett Brown.
Thanks, Kevin. He said, look, all they talked about before this game was defense. Going up against one of the best offensive teams in the league, he said, it's a challenge that we embrace. Nobody can do it by themselves. It's got to be a collective effort. No hero ball on offense either. Guys, we'll see if they can put the brakes on them. It's never easy. Back to you.
David, thanks for the great update, guys. What's your take on coach's strategy here?
I'll tell you what, he doesn't sugarcoat it at all. I mean, it's a challenge going up against a team that is just as potent offensively as this group is, and he wants his guys to be mentally prepared for it.
Exactly. I mean, it's going to take some major intensity at that end of the floor if they're going to be able to weather the storm.
And you look at the star trio in Cleveland of LeBron, Kyrie Irving, and Kevin Love. Greg, how do you like the way those three fit together?
I think their skills complement one another. I mean, Irving can take ball handling responsibility off of LeBron's shoulders. Love rebounds, hits threes, and has good complementary skills. Chemistry, though, is more complicated. Sometimes LeBron has seemed critical of Love's play.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the 76ers.
They've been making some really nice passes out there. Excellent passing. That could set the tone for the rest of the game.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Now, here's Grant. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. And Luwawu gets it to go.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out.
Grant outside. Passes it to Noel. Rodriguez left side. Again, Philadelphia.
And that's going to increase the field goal percentage even more. They have a huge edge in that category.
And that's because they've been playing smart basketball. I mean, they've been very patient offensively, and their shot selection has been superb.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple more points off that lead right away.
Well, if the defense keeps giving up easy baskets like that, it won't be a lead for long.
And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. 76ers lead by 10. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken Loans Arena. And LeBron James trying to will his Cavaliers team to a title.
He sat us down, maybe right before the first practice, and kind of spoke about what he thought everyone should bring to the table, and we had to hold up our end of the bargain.
When someone like LeBron talks about what you need to bring to the table, you better bring it.
No doubt about that. Dubbed the new Big Three along with Kyrie. I think if they just keep following LeBron's advice, the sky's the limit.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
You can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Stauskas. Sarge is out there with Simmons. Then it's Noel. And it's Rodriguez in at the point guard. From deep, LeBron hits the three-point bomb. James has got the second quarter going with the first basket of the period for the Cavs.
And gang, think about LeBron James now in his 30s. I mean, seems like he's been in this league for forever, and it's easy to forget that he's already logged over 45,000 minutes in his career. I mean, that's more than Jordan, Magic, Larry, Neek, Iverson. I mean, you could go down the list. It takes a toll on your body. I think what will help him, though, is he's got the mind. I mean, from an IQ standpoint, it's up there with the greats who've ever played the game, and that's what allows you to sustain excellence over a long period of time.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Noel. Kevin Love's checked in for the Cavaliers. And then for Philadelphia, Okafor's checked in for Noel, and Jared Bayless subbed in for Rodriguez. The Cavaliers trail by 7. And LeBron still playing big minutes despite dealing, Greg, with knee and back issues over the better part of a decade.
Yeah, and we're so used to thinking of him as being superhuman. I mean, does everything he can to maintain that physicality. I mean, he's installed a cold tub in his Akron home for recovery, even cutting carbs out of his diet to slim down and reduce that wear and tear.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kyrie Irving is an elite offensive player at his position, but he's trying to improve his focus at the defensive end. He said, "I was always that guy getting called out on film. You get tired of it after a while. It's all about effort. You want to be a guy that your teammates trust." Kevin, we know that point guard is one of the most stocked positions in the league. They need Irving to stay locked in.
Definitely a lot of responsibility at that point guard position. They don't get many nights off. Absolutely not. Thanks, D.A. And the dunk by LeBron.
Well, they won't be down for long if they can get some more early offense just like that.
And Clark, the best way to get that early offense is with steals that allows you to get out in transition.
And Irving comes to help. And Sarge kicks to Covington. Nailed from three-point land. Covington's got 10 points.
Man, nice perimeter shooting by Robert Covington. Just has such a really aesthetically pleasing release on those long ball attempts.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a three, and then we'll take it right back.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
The Cavaliers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And a season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
And, you know, there was plenty of blame to go around for that. I mean, it wasn't just one or two guys. I mean, for the most part, the entire team struggled.
The 76ers making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession.
And, you know, Sixers head coach Brett Brown, an assistant coach in San Antonio for over a decade, helping them win 4 NBA titles. Pretty drastic transition going from coaching one of the winningest teams in the league to one that's really, really struggled.
Covington with the bucket.
And, fellas, in this quarter, he's improved on what was already a very good performance in period number 1.
James kicks to Love. And on the way from Irving for 3, and Philadelphia grabs the miss. They've held a 12-point lead earlier.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
Some nice ball movement here by the 76ers. Here's Okafor, and again it's Philadelphia.
Man, you can actually see the evolution of Okafor's offense right in front of us. I mean, not only working in the post, but from the mid-range as well. Impressive.
James kicks to Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. And it's 8 points for Kyrie Irving.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving. Cavaliers making a switch here. Jefferson's checked in. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Grant comes in for Sarge.
Oh! Hey, hey, hey. Ooh, wow. Watch out below. Grant just showing no regard for the bucket there, looking like he was trying to tear that thing off. Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Smith dishes to LeBron. And they double up James. From past the arc, and it's J.R. Smith getting the 3. Smith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Now here's Bayless. He's covered by Irving. The shot's good from Bayless.
Really like the shooting form of Bayless. Pretty compact, tight, efficient, and repeatable. I mean, every time he shoots, you just assume it's going in.
And it's the 76ers with the ball. 6-point game. 58 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Luau. No good with the triple. Cleveland's gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the 3-point shot tonight. Very respectable. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Rebound by the 76ers.
I mean, look, no one guarding you. It's better to not pull up and try the leaner.
And it's Grant in the corner. He tries for 3. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's LeBron. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
Well, you really have to admire and like the way that he's taking it to the defense right now.
The pass to Embiid. It's deflected. Now here's James. That one goes. Count it.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
And, Greg, to be able to take the bump like that and maintain control, that's not easy to do. I know you're kind of a little fella, but I was a big guy when I played, so I know how difficult that is. That was impressive.
I see.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And he was 73% from the line a season ago, an average number in that regard.
And so it's a close game as we wrap up the first half of basketball. 76ers on top, leading by a point. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Teron Lue. Coach, what is the focus going to be in the second half?
Just play the right way. Move the ball, share the ball, get stops, and get out and run in transition.
Always leads to good results. Thanks, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, this has been a good game here after one half. Everybody, welcome back to the halftime show. Ernie Johnson, Shaq, Kenny Smith. From the get-go, it was Philadelphia who came out strong. They led by as many as 12 points, fueled by tough defense and great offense. After a solid quarter of play, they held a 10-point lead. Heading into the second quarter, the wheels started to fall off the cart as they were outscored by a healthy margin, but were still able to limp into halftime, nursing a 1-point lead. And from what we saw so far from the Sixers, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, their playmakers are showing up tonight, seeing the court well, moving the basketball. That's why they had so many assists in the first half. And they're not just relying on ISO plays to generate points.
Looking at Cleveland, Shaq, your thoughts?
Well, their perimeter defense has fallen apart. Guys aren't fighting over screens, closing out on shooters. I mean, you know, when you're playing a team that gets this hot from behind the arc, you got to body up on the shooters and try to close them down. Their defense needs to extend outward in the second half.
That concludes our halftime presentation. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the second half.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
An excellent game we've seen from LeBron. 22 points, and with 7 points coming from the free throw line, that's some good work.
It really is. He's going to have some bumps and bruises tomorrow, no doubt about it. But, you know, I got a feeling he won't mind.
Sharpshooters Irving and J.R. Smith are the backcourt duo. LeBron and Love, the two superstar forwards. And it's Thompson in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. LeBron passes to Irving. Dishes it to Love. Feeds to Smith. Clock at 6 for the lead. That one's not going to go. And Philadelphia the other way now.
And when you see Ben Simmons on paper, it might not be that impressive, but once you watch him move, you see what the hype is all about. Runs like a guard with a forward's body. Incredible quickness for a player his size makes him a nightmare matchup.
Stolen by Henderson. Covington in the corner. Fires for 3. Another miss by Philadelphia.
They have yet to hit a shot. A real slow start here in the second half.
And James throws it down.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
And with Simmons and his frame, it shines in the open court. He can handle the ball and lead a break like few others can at that size.
Yeah, and what's great about Simmons in any situation is the control he has over his speed and body. Often you see physically gifted players like him take time to learn how to control both of those attributes. Simmons not only has an NBA-ready body, he has the dexterity and power over it to make incredible things happen on the floor.
And Thompson kicks to LeBron. Simmons dishes to Bayless. Pass to Simmons. Okafor sets the pick for Simmons. Covington inside the line, and that's collected by Love.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
And there's the call on James. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Dunleavy's check in for Cleveland. Shumpert comes in for J.R. Smith. And then for Philadelphia, Sarge is checked in for Robert Covington. Nick Stauskas comes in for Gerald Henderson. And Rodriguez is subbed in for Jared Bayless. Cavaliers leading. Outside Irving. And it's Shumpert penetrating. Unloads from 13. That shot missing. Philadelphia has gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Tipped away. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. And then Shumpert slams it in.
Yeah, how about the sharp steal and then run out? It looks like they're ready to put the hammer down.
Well, we've been waiting for one of these teams, Greg, to pull away. Maybe that'll be a springboard for them.
Could be. A dunk like that coming off a great defensive play has to build some momentum.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. Okafor. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Okafor's got his second basket. Irving from long range. Okafor grabs the miss. Okafor's got 4 rebounds in this game. And so much excitement in Philadelphia around these young 76ers, but the memory's still fresh of when this team set the longest losing streak in the history of major North American sports. 28 consecutive games.
Yeah, a 10-game losing streak to close the 2015 season.
Get over here, guys. Hustle up. Let's talk. Listen up. Simmons is making us look bad out there, guys. He cannot keep getting into our paint so easily. Back off and make him prove to us he can knock down the outside shot. No easy buckets now, all right? We got this.
What you want to do is make sure everybody is clearly on the same page with the game plan. And sometimes you need a timeout to make sure that's the case.
A different look now for Cleveland. Channing Frye's checked in for Thompson. Jefferson comes in for Kevin Love. And Mo Williams subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Then for the 76ers, Embiid, he's checked in for Okafor. Noel comes in for Sarge. And it's Grant in for Simmons. Rodriguez passes to Noel. That puts them in the lead. Noel's got his first 2 points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Williams against Rodriguez. Shoots from the elbow. And Frye slams it in.
And, guys, isn't it great to see a player who works that hard on the glass at both ends?
Well said, G. That's the way he has built, his reputation. Grinding away 100% effort all the time.
And Kevin, all that effort pays off. How many of those spectacular putback jams do we see from this guy? A bunch.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, the league and NBA teams have become much more aware of protecting players' health, and they're finding out that rest and sleep are a huge part of that. Warriors head coach Steve Kerr said medicine and science have improved, and thought processes do as well. He said in the old days, guys played 48 minutes. Well, we've made advances. We don't go backwards with this stuff. We go forwards. Guys, that's why they want their players off their feet as much as possible.
Good report, DA. Thank you.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Dunleavy for three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Dunleavy's got his first 3 points of the game. There's the dish to Noel. Back to Rodriguez. And here's the fast break. And Jefferson throws it down hard. Guys, we're not through 3 quarters of play, but 6 lead changes already in this one.
Yeah, competitive, and I think we all can agree that we thought this would be the type of game that would come down to the end.
There's a good screen. And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And Philadelphia making a change here. Henderson's checked in. .34 seconds left to play in the third.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Shumpert, and another 3 for Cleveland. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter.
I'd like to see him use a little clock here.
I agree with you. Milk the clock with this possession. That's what they've got to be doing.
Screen by Grant. Henderson kicks to Rodriguez. Will it go? Got it off in time, but it's no good. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Cavaliers lead by 4. And time to step aside quickly, but we'll be back in no time with the start of the fourth quarter. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Here is Williams on the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Simmons and Noel up front. Then it's Robert Covington. Then it's Henderson. And it's Rodriguez in at the 1 spot.
You know, the Sixers rebuild caught a lot of flack around the league, but people might forget where the Sixers were in 2013 when the team decided to rebuild. They hadn't had a winning season since 2004. Injuries and failed trades had gutted their roster. It was time to hit the reset button.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them. There you go. That's the stroke we saw in the first half.
And the Sixers, for 3 seasons, showing a single-minded focus on rebuilding through the draft. They took a long-term view and sacrificed short-term success. Just saw them get the #1 overall pick in the draft.
Yeah, and the goal really was not just to be a solid team. They wanted the star talent to compete for titles when it was all said and done. Now, again, it's difficult to watch. The journey's been hard. I understand the thinking, and we'll see if it pays off the way they envisioned.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. James comes in for Richard Jefferson, and Kyrie Irving subbed in for Mo Williams. Pick by Okafor. Shumpert with the steal. Now Cleveland moving it up. And it's Irving missing.
Boy, I tell you what, guys, he's an extremely strong finisher. I'm surprised he wasn't able to power that through the defense.
There's Bayless with the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. Fry's got his 5th rebound in this one. LeBron outside. He kicks to Fry. Back to LeBron. 3-pointer. Simmons pulls it in. The 76ers trail by 5. And here's Covington from the arc. Second chance shot, and it's blocked. And here we go. Fast break. LeBron's got it. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Well, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And Bayless kicks to Henderson. Tipped away. Fires at the elbow. The shot missing. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. Down low, here's Thompson, and he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
No misses yet. You can't do much better than that, guys.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Cavaliers.
What a tremendous showing from the three-pointer all through this game.
They've been firing on all cylinders in the transition game, too. I mean, they've really run the break well.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Love's checked in for Fry. And Smith subbed in for Shumpert.
Just not much success when it comes to shooting.
Here's Thompson. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
And the Cleveland Cavaliers winning the first title in franchise history, upsetting the favorites, the Golden State Warriors. First time ever a team returned from a 3-1 deficit in the finals to win it.
Timeout called the 76ers. And GA, the Cavs are now the hunted team. Do you like their chances of repeating as champions?
I think they've got as good a chance as anyone, and probably better because they really have owned the East. If they can stay healthy, no reason to think they can't do it again.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Brett Brown's huddle with his team. He is not happy with the sloppy play offensively. He said, make the easy play. Take care of the ball. We can't afford to just give away golden opportunities. And we'll see if they can clean it up, guys.
And it's good for 2. And it's 8 points for Jahlil Okafor.
You know, the size of Okafor is really hard to deal with. I mean, he's skilled at putting his body near the basket, and then when he catches it in there, he makes good use of his chances.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the 2-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Bayless dishes to Simmons. Kicks it to Okafor. The fadeaway. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And here's Cleveland. They're on a 12-4 run. And they double up James. In the corner, Smith with it. Cleveland moving it around. Clock at 6. For 3, Love. Cleveland gets it back. Thompson misses.
And this is why you need good defenders on the interior to contest shots.
Yeah, Greg, making every shot a hard one, even the shots in close.
Okafor, the pass to Simmons. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And Simmons is totally comfortable near the rim, using his body well to get the shot he wants.
And they double up James. In the corner, Smith with it.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Yeah, but in this case, I think he got it right. I mean, the defender was still moving there and never really had good legal guarding position. He wasn't set.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits.
Good game for Irving. 9 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in 3-point land.
And I'm sure they'd like to get a few more of those out of him.
Now here's Simmons. Defense right on him. Here's Okafor. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side.
And, you know, the instincts of Okafor, really impressive. When the defense is in his face, he's got a quick release that really serves him well on that jump shot.
Here's LeBron. The good-looking shot from the wing. James has got the lead up to 11 now for the Cavs.
And just a little bit ragged defensively.
Yeah, it's so bad I would even go a step farther and call it raggedy. I mean, that's how their defense has been overall today.
Feeling it, no doubt about it. He's definitely feeling it right now, shooting a terrific percentage from the field. Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And Bayless kicks to Okafor. The 8-footer, again, Philadelphia. Cleveland leading by 9. Irving dishes to James and finished off by LeBron.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Cavaliers.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well, a big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for James. Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it...
Bring it in. Take a seat.
Channing Fries checked in for Thompson. Dunleavy comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for J.R. Smith. And Mo Williams subbed in for Irving. Richard Jefferson, he's checked in for James. There's the screen. Luwawu, the pass to Embiid. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that brings them within 8.
Boy, he'd sure like to have that miss back. Hard to chip away at a lead when you're leaving freebies at the line.
No good from Fry, and stolen by Fry. Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. And both free throws good for Fry.
Those free throws are the nail in the coffin, guys.
Timeout called the 76ers. They're trailing by 10. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what's your take?
You know what? You can talk all you want, but I just don't see a scenario that's going to get them back in it.
Yeah, who knows what he's drawing up in there, maybe working on a play for down the road in another game, but whatever it is, it's too late for this one.
And the 76ers making a change here. Sarge is checked in for Simmons. Jeremy Grant comes in for Robert Covington. Luwawu is checked in for Gerald Henderson. And Rodriguez is subbed in for Jared Bayless. Outside jumper. Lets it go from deep. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. So long.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thanks, Kevin. Now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James. He shot the ball with no fear in the second quarter, racked up a ton of points, and that scoring impact seemed to carry them the rest of the way. What'd you notice about his performance, Kenny?
Well, he just couldn't be stopped out there. Easily the best player on the court tonight. It wasn't just talent, he was the aggressor.
As usual, best leader in the NBA, LeBron James led by example tonight. He's as cool, calm, and collected as any player you will ever see. He was never out of control of this game. LeBron did it all tonight. What else is new? He's the king!
And that's it for tonight, but we've got a whole new NBA season ahead of us. For Shaquille O'Neal, for Kenny the Jet Smith, for Kevin Harlan, wherever he might be, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again very soon.